What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin. Today we're rocking May All Your Bacon Burn. You can comment below if you know what animated film that is from. Today we are talking about ESPN Holly Rowe Decries lack of women in EA Sports College Football 25 video game. While many fans are eagerly awaiting the upcoming release of EA Sports' new video game, College Football 25, one veteran media member is asking a difficult question. ESPN reporter Holly Rowe asked the iconic gaming brand by tagging EA Sports in a tweet asking where the female sportscasters were in the rebooted franchise, which most recently was released in 2013. How about including some women? EA Sports, 30 years on the college football sidelines. The moment you want to sit here and say and lay claim that you're doing something for the better of the whole, in this case, this example, women, but then you're going to follow that up with basically your Twitter resume, is the moment your argument fails, because you have just proven it's not about women as a whole being able to get that position, being able to get that job. It's about you getting the job. Like, would Holly agree that if they hired any woman, even if they're not in the profession of her job, would she agree to that woman doing the whole, sportscaster job, even if they don't have the experience, but they have the experience of voice acting? Would she agree to that? Or does she feel that they have to have experience in that field? Because, well, we are talking about, the key word acting, voice acting. So it's really not that hard to act in this field. Now, granted, yes, you're going to have people that have this personification, this personality, which will, yes, probably in some case, by the view of most people, make them more qualified, more likable. But, like I said, the moment you want to sit here and make an argument for women as a whole, but then you want to follow that up with your Twitter resume, is the moment you have destroyed your own argument. Because it's no longer about women, it's about you getting the job. You want the job. Well, why didn't you apply to it? Why didn't you contact them? On a personal basis, on a level, why go to Twitter? Huh? Because at the end of the day, it's not about her getting the job. Because if she really wanted the job, if she really wanted the position, she would have contacted them directly. But instead, let's start a Twitter war. Let's start some Twitter controversy. Whether we're talking it's going to get her attention for her Twitter account and gain her some followers, or whether the company will eventually cave and give her a position in it, which is more disrespectful to women as a whole, because basically taking a job from somebody else that may potentially be more qualified than her. And yes, we're talking voice acting as well, not just having the job as a position. Key word in, acting. Anyway, let's continue. Last week, EA Sports unveiled a list of media personalities set to be featured in College Football 25, including ESPN's personality Chris Fowler, Kirk, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, Desmond Howard, Reese Davis, and others. After the list was released, Rowe, a regular face on college football sidelines and a full-time reporter for ESPN since '98, was quick to point out the lack of female representation. Well, are you pointing out the lack of female representation in construction jobs? Are you pointing out the lack of female representation in sewage-based jobs? No? Alright then, that's what I thought. Female analysts have included in sports video games in the past, with perhaps the most prominent example being ESPN's Doris Burke, who appeared in NBA 2K. Yet, true to Rowe's point, the number of female sports media personalities featured on screen in video games, much like in real life, are few and far between. So is that a fault of, and we're not even talking about like video games now, let's talk about the actual position. Is this because there is an honest lack of representation from the company when it comes to women, or is it that they don't have a lot of women applying for those positions? And I think this is something that most people fail to realize when it comes to this kind of talk of a specific job, is that the reality of it is it's not like some kind of high manpower, this is a man kind of job. It's just, where are all the women that are applying for the job? And these are the things that people don't think about in context to when we're talking about this kind of thing, even outside of, the representation of women in this position in a video game. Well, anyway, I think that's really all I have to say about this. I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamer, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit in gaming, microtransactions, loot boxes, and of course, the sometimes idiotic things that people on Twitter will say, you just might be a part of the motherfucking fucking problem? And the answer to the question at the beginning of the video is Howl's Moving Castle.